Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Advance, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get straight into this topic here. So we got a major story for you guys that we want to get into. So as you guys know, last week we did a show where we were reacting to Colin Cowherd and some comments that he made where he essentially said that LeBron James was trying to get Rob Pelinka fired. Why did he say that? Because recently LeBron had made some comments on his podcast with Steve Nash where they asked him, hey, look, why did you guys lose? And he said, we didn't get out hustled. We didn't get outsmarted. We didn't get out physicaled. But we got out talented, right? And with a comment like that, it could be deemed as a shot at the Lakers front office and general manager in Rob Pelinka. So Colin Cowherd heard those statements. And he said that, look, what LeBron is doing right now is he's taking a shot at Kobe's former agent, Rob Pelinka. Take a listen to what Colin had to say last week.
What I'm about to say is just a truth of LeBron James. Nothing happens by accident. He is very calculated. And sometimes he gets in a mood where he feels a couple times, 2-3 times a year, he's not being listened to. And Nick Saban used to do this when he coached Alabama. He would literally come to the podium and apropos of nothing, he would just go on a rant because he wanted to get something out. And about once a week, that Wednesday, Tuesday presser, Nick, it didn't even matter what you asked. What do you think of LSU? He would go on a rant on NIL. It didn't matter. And that's how he got his message across. So LeBron, I do not believe if LeBron and Rich Paul were on the doorstep of a new deal with the Lakers, LeBron would just bring up what he brings up yesterday.
I have the passion and the admiration to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy up every single year, but I also have a realization of, what particular team I have been a part of in that particular year. And understanding this year, we fought and we played to the maximum ability of our team. We were not outworked. We were not, they didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent, by OKC.
That's a not so thinly veiled shot at the guy who built the roster, Rob Pelinka. They didn't outsmart us. He's protecting JJ Redick. JJ's his guy. Hey, they didn't outsmart us. Translation, JJ's my guy. Our game plans were great. They didn't out-tough us. He's backing Austin Reeves a little bit. Rui, guys he likes. They out-athleted us. They out-talented us. That's Rob Pelinka. So don't kid yourself. LeBron knows exactly where he's going. Now, it's not inflicting harm. It's a warning shot. He just wants to make sure it's out there to the new billionaire owners. And LeBron's a billionaire. He is leapfrogging the boss, Rob Pelinka. Now I've said this. So LeBron basically is saying, go ahead, get rid of the old guy. This roster's not very good. And for the record, he's right. They're a mile from Oklahoma City. They're a mile from San Antonio. I mean, hell, I think they're a long way from Minnesota and the Knicks. I mean, give Detroit one more score. They may be a long way from Detroit. So, and I've said this, Rob Pelinka he's a former agent. He's kind of an old school guy. He is great getting Luka. He is great getting AD. The knock on him, he's not great with the details. Let Alex Caruso walk, missed on some draft picks. So as the league, and by the way, the league is becoming more about the details. The league used to be about collecting stars. Now it's about extracting value out of the cap. Well, which one do you think a former agent would be better at? Getting stars. He's great at getting stars in the building. I mean, he even tried on Westbrook. That's a star. So Rob's great at that. Now, in fairness to Rob, when JJ Redick got the job with the Lakers, one of the first things Redick told people is, man, this is a bare bones operation. There's no assistant GM. tiny analytics department. And he was right. The bus kids are the scouts. So the new Dodgers owner, right? The Guggenheim Group, right? They are now hiring 2 assistant GMs. One's just going to be all analytics. One's more scouting. So in fairness to Pelinka, he's like, I'm a former agent. I'm busting my butt here. It's a mom and pop shop.
Great. So you heard what Colin had to say there. So then I came across an article, right? And this article, I believe, is from fadeawayworld.net. And we want to read it. And it says this: LeBron's for James's relationship with the Lakers reportedly changed permanently after failed Russell Westbrook trade. It says the Los Angeles Lakers are heading into a pivotal 2026 offseason with major decisions to be made to their roster. LeBron James and Austin Reeves are 2 marquee free agents the team needs to bring back to the franchise if they want to compete with Luka Doncic leading the franchise. This is a new role for LeBron, and even 2 summers ago when he negotiated his last contract with the Lakers, the franchise completely revolved around him and what he could do as their number 1 option. James is the number 3 option in LA, so he can't exert the same influence he once had. He held over the franchise anymore. One of the best examples of LeBron's influence on the team comes when they made the Russell Westbrook trade, allegedly on James' say-so. It's considered one of the worst trades of the 2020s, and the impact of it reportedly cast a shadow on the relationship between the Lakers. And according to The Athletic's Johan Buha on his personal podcast, I just don't think things have ever been quite the same post Westbrook trade, and that has led to, I mean, you could go back each off season over the past few years. There's always been some article or report that comes out about the relationship dynamic between the Lakers and Bron. I have contributed a couple of those, so it's been I see it at times, and I think it just very much is like it can fluctuate season to season or even within seasons. Just know how hot or cold the relationship is at any given moment. And he's essentially saying here, the article essentially goes on to say that the Lakers essentially stopped trusting and stopped listening to LeBron after that Russell Westbrook trade. I don't even know why they made that trade in the first place. Even a blind person could have seen at the time that that trade wasn't going to work. The amount of hubris that you have to think that that trade was going to work is palpable. But for whatever reason, they thought that it was a smart idea. And it turned out to be an all-time stupid idea. When you looked at the games of Russell Westbrook and LeBron, you knew it just didn't match. And then the season just basically turned into Russell Westbrook getting blamed every single game and LeBron chasing personal stats like the scoring title. It was a total and complete disaster. And then the reports coming out years after, we found out that Russell Westbrook was not fond of LeBron. He thought he was a fake guy. He didn't think that he was a sincere guy. So that's what pretty much you get for being teammates with LeBron and when things don't go right.